Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. My name is Rona binti Zulkifli and my metric number is 255994. So I'm going to present about Michael Porter. There are two theories which are the five forces model and the diamond framework. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the personal details of Michael Porter. Michael Porter is an economist, researcher, author, advisor, speaker, and teacher. Throughout his career at Harvard Business School, he has brought economic theory and strategy concepts to bear on many of the most challenging problems facing corporations, economies, and societies, including market competition and company strategy, economic development, political competition, the environment, and healthcare. Michael Eugene Porter was born on May 23, 1947 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, United States. He graduated from Princeton University in 1969 with BSc honors in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. It was at Princeton that he was elected to Phi Beta Kappa, the oldest academic honor society in the United States, and Tau Beta Phi, the oldest engineering honor society and the second oldest collegiate honor society in the United States. In 1971, he graduated from the Harvard Business School, obtaining an MBA with a high distinction. 2 years henceforth, he secured a PhD in business economics from Harvard University. In 1979, as an economist and associate professor at the Harvard Business School, he authored How Competitive Forces Shape Strategy. It was published by the Harvard Business Review. The book served as the stepping stone for his famous Five Forces framework. Michael Porter is the author of 20 books and numerous articles including Competitive Strategy, Competitive Advantage of Nations, and On Competition. He is a six-time winner of the McKinsey Award for the Best Harvard Business Review Article of the Year. Professor Porter is the most cited author in business and economics. In 2000, Michael Porter was appointed Bishop William Lawrence University Professor at Harvard, the university's highest recognition awarded to Harvard faculty.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shahmi bin Harif. My metric number 253157. So I will continue about history, definition of management theory and concept. For Michael Porter, it have two business strategy system. They are the five force model and the diamond framework. So I will continue about the five force model first. The five force model, it have five components. It is a trade of new entrants, bargaining power of suppliers, trade of substitute, bargaining power of customer, and competitive rivalry. So trade of new entrants, this trend determines how easy or difficult it is to enter a particular industry. In industry can make high profit with some obstacle, then competitor will emerge soon. More competing companies will compete in the same market, causing them to have to spend a lot of capital and cause profits to decline. So the higher the barriers to entry for newcomers, the more profitable the company position in an industry. Some of the barrier for newcomers include require high funds or capital, high technology patents, trademark, economies of scale, customer royalty. Okay, next, trade of substitute product or service. For this barrier or trade occur when buyer or consumers get cheaper replacement products or better quality replacement products with lower switching costs. The fewer replacement products available in the market, the more profitable in the company. So we go to next component, bargaining power of buyers. Okay, this trend assesses the bargaining power of supply power of the buyer or consumer. The higher the bargain of the buyer in demanding lower price or higher product quality, the lower the profit that the manufacturer will make. Lower product price mean lower revenue for the company. Mostly on other side, company needs high cost in producing high quality products. But at the other side, the lower the bargain of the buyer, the more profitable the company. Buyer bargain is high if there are many replacement products, a lot of stock available but only a small number of buyers. So next, number 4, bargaining power of suppliers. Strong bargaining power by suppliers allows supplier to sell raw material at high price or sell low quality raw material to buyers. Therefore, the company profit will be low because it requires high cost to buy high quality raw materials. On the other side, the lower the supplier bargain, the higher the company profitability. So number 5, intensity of competition within the industry. This strength is a key determinants. Company must compete aggressively and progressively to gain large market share. The company will make profits if the company position is strong and the level competition in the market is equally low. Competition is getting tough and will happen if many competitors grab the same market. Product can be replaced quickly and many competitors have the same ability to face competition. So we go to the next business strategy from Michael Porter. It is the diamond framework. So for the diamond framework, they explain the reason of some industry eager in competing internationally and companies that capable in producing innovative products. There are 6 points listed by Porters in the diamond framework, which are firm strategy, structure, rivalry, factor conditions, demand conditions, and related and supporting industry. So domestic company that use this condition are helping them continuously innovate their products or service as well as upgrade it. The result from this really helpful and make more necessary when going internationally while getting in battling the world largest competitor. So that's all from me.
Hi, my name is Afina Meza binti Hamdan, matric number 255835, and I will present about the application or system by Michael Porter. Okay, there we have two, which are 5 Porter forces and also the diamond framework. Let's go detail one by one. Okay, so in Porter's 5 forces, we have 5, which is the first one is threat of new entrants. New entrants is the determination of strength of a new company to enter particular industry. Depends on the barriers, which is the higher the barriers to enter market, the smaller the threat for existing company. Some example barriers faced by companies such as high customer loyalty, large investment, and also government policies. The example threat of new entrants. Let's take a look to airline industry. The power of threat of new entrant is low to medium. To start business in airline industry, the investment needed by a company is quite high as they need to take care about the license, insurance, and other qualifications. As a company that new in the market, all the investment listed are not easy to obtain. Moreover, as mentioned, when a new company enter the market, they will face other companies that have a lot of experience and also the companies that handle for many years. A new company most likely do not have this kind of expertise, therefore it creates disadvantages for them. However, it is not impossible for a company to enter the market. A company that eager to learn can create and introduce innovative products or services. For sure, there are places for the industry. Next, second, bargaining power of suppliers. Is a study how suppliers can affect the business. Suppliers has a potential to maximize the prices or reduce the quality of the products or services. This action taken by suppliers can lower the potential of industry profitability. In fact, suppliers and substitute of suppliers are important. Factors in determining supply power: the fewer they are, the more power they have. The example bargaining of suppliers. Let's take a look for airline industry also. It is high power, which is looking at the major inputs needed by airline companies. Mostly it depends on fuel and aircraft. As we know that these inputs are affected by external environment, which means the price can be changed widely because of many factors. In addition, there are only two suppliers of aircraft, which are Boeing and Airbus. Therefore, both of them have high bargaining power on the prices. Next, bargaining power of buyers. The customer itself has a power to put the company under pressure, which is also will lead and affecting price changes. The customers have many alternatives to buy from. They can easily switch from one company to another company. The buying power is low as customers do not have many choices to buy the products or to use the services. Customers can easily compare the price, size of products from different companies instantly. Due to that, companies can reduce buyer power, such as produce different or unique products or services. The example of bargaining power of buyers, let's take a look for McDonald's. McDonald's built a large base of customers, and it helped them in two ways, which are it reduced the bargaining power of the buyers, plus it will provide an opportunity to the firm to streamline its sales and production process. And second, rapidly innovating new products. Customers often seek discounts and offerings on established products. So if McDonald's Corporation keep on coming with new products, then it can limit the bargaining power of buyers. Third, new products will also reduce the defection of existing customers of McDonald's Corporation to its competitors. Fourth, trade of substitute products. Substitute means replace something. In trade of substitute product, every product that serves similar needs or benefits for customers should be taken into account. For example, let's take a look for Starbucks and also Red Bull. Okay, the energy drinks. The energy drinks such as Red Bull actually cannot be considered a competitor for a coffee brand such as Starbucks. However, both drinks provide same benefits, which are giving energy and stay awake to whoever drink those energy drink. Customers might be switching to any one of those drinks. Consider the prices or any other else, because the benefits that a customer will get still the same for both of them. This will affect an industry's profitability. Next, 5. The last one for Porter's 5 forces is rivalry among competitors. It is determine the number of existing competitors and the advantages of the competitors. When there are a lot of competitors that have an equal of size and power, and when consumers can easily switch to the other companies, the power of rivalry considered as high. How to calculate it is using the concentration ratio, and the lower the ratio, the more intense rivalry will probably be. Example, rivalry among competitors. Let's take a look for KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. This fast food industry is one of the most competitive business today. It facing intense competition from other companies such as McDonald's, Mary Brown, also Burger King, and many more. Even though there is a product differentiation in some products, but there is still have major common products. As a result, KFC tried to distance the gap and came up with a lot of promotions and discounts, such as membership card for kids. Next, The diamond framework. The diamond framework have six with extra elements. Okay, so let's take a look at the main element, which are firm, strategy, structure, and rivalry. First one. Okay. So, firm, strategy, structure, and rivalry. It is international competitiveness can be influenced by domestic rivalry. It somehow forces companies to develop unique and sustainable strengths and capabilities. The domestic rivalry becomes hard when companies being pushed to improve as well as innovate their products in order to maintain their competitive advantage. As a result, this will only help companies when entering the international arena. For example, Japanese automobile industry with intense rivalry between players, which we can say as such as Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Mitsubishi. The reason why they are capable to compete in foreign markets due to their domestic competitiveness among themselves. Next, factor conditions. Availability of resources such as natural, capital, and human resources. For example, let's take a look at Saudi Arabia. The country is very rich on having natural resources such as oil. This explains why Saudi Arabia is one of the largest exporters of oil worldwide. Moreover, for human resources, we can say that a skilled labor force with scientific knowledge, base, and also good infrastructure. It is important that these factor conditions are continuously upgraded through the development of skills, gaining of new knowledge. Third, demand conditions. When talk about larger market, it means there will be a lot of challenges faced by companies. However, it can also create opportunities to companies to grow and become much better than before. Other than that, customers' demands also push companies to grow with innovative products along with improving the quality of it. Thus, when local customers give companies earlier picture or sign what are the needs demand by them, companies will gain competitive advantage in industries. We can see customers pressure companies to innovate faster and achieve more sustainable competitive advantage than their foreign rivals. Include such factors as market size, market growth rate, and market sophistication. Early home market saturation is another factor which can cause firms to innovate. Fourth, related and supporting industries. As we have seen, some companies are often depend on supporting industries such as alliance and partnerships in order to create additional value for customers and become more competitive. If the suppliers are from global competitors, domestic companies will benefit the most. Though it takes years of hard work and investments to create strong related and supporting industries that assist domestic companies to become globally competitive. However, once these factors are in place, the entire region or nation can often benefit from its presence. For example, the raw material from fabric suppliers in Italy helps to drive the success of the Milan fashion industry. Okay, let's move to additional elements which are government and chance. Okay, so for government, it is described as both a catalyst and challenger. Porter believed that government should encourage and push companies to raise their desire and move to higher level of competitiveness. This can be done by stimulating early demand for advanced products, demand factors, focusing on specialized factor creations such as infrastructure, the education system, and the health sector, factor conditions, promoting domestic rivalry by enforcing antitrust laws, and encouraging change. For chance includes random events such as where and when fundamental scientific breakthroughs occur. These events are beyond the control of the government or individual companies. It will lead to advantage and disadvantage for some companies if chance creates discontinuities. Some firms may gain competitive position while others may lose. While these factors cannot be changed, they should at least be monitored so you can make decisions as necessary to adapt to changing market conditions. When you take a look at the history of most industries, you will see that chance almost always plays a role. It starts with the questions of who comes up with a major new idea first, which may very much be the result of a random event. For reasons that usually have little to do with economics, people typically start new business in their home countries. Once the industry begins in a certain country, scale and clustering effects may cement its positions in that country. That's all from me. Thank you for listening. Let's listen to the next member.
I will continue the presentation with the contribution and the benefits of the theories. My name is Nurhidayati binti Nasharuddin and my metric number is 255932.
This model can be termed as one of the most useful routes in the field of strategic management and remains a popular analysis tool that is still widely used today when defining business strategies. The model was originally developed as a way for businesses to evaluate their risks and competitions and also determine the attractiveness of an industry sector and its potential for profit. By knowing exactly what is happening in the industry, such as any current trends, will also allow business to be more dynamic by evolving to fit the demands of the customers. Michael Porter's 5 competitive forces models goes one step further, requiring a business to look at specific aspects of the market in great detail, so that they can make more strategic business decisions. By understanding an industry's opportunities for profit and any potential threats to the business success, they can more easily identify business strengths and take advantage of them, or determine weaknesses and how can improve on them. As an example, making the decisions to move into a market that's already saturated due to high demand means there's more competition to compete with. Therefore, a business has to invest more money into marketing, sales and product development to stand out and may have to reduce their prices. Similarly, they may have to think moving into a market with less competition could be the answer. Using Porter's 5 forces models, however, a business can assess whether the demand is there. Is Porter's diamond model, which is also known as the theory of national advantage. It is used by different economic institutions to calculate the external competitive environment. This analysis helps in giving us an understanding of the relative strength of one business than the other. Porter argues that any company's ability to compete in the international arena is based mainly on an interrelated set of location advantages that certain industries in different nations possess, namely factor conditions, firm strategy, structure and rivalry, demand conditions, and related and supporting industries. If these conditions are favorable, it forces domestic companies to continuously innovate and upgrade. The competitiveness that will result from this is helpful and even necessary when doing internationally and battling the world's largest competitors. Factor conditions in a certain country refer to the natural capital and human resources available. A nation thus succeed in industries where they are particularly good at factor creations. Demand conditions refer to the size and nature of the customer's base for products, which also drive innovations and product improvement. Firm strategy, structure, and rivalry refer to the basic fact that competition leads to businesses finding ways to increase productions and to the development of technological innovations. Related and supporting industry refer to the upstream and downstream industry that facilitate innovation through exchanging ideas.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the criticism of the 5 forces model. The first one is it is too general analytical framework. A major downside of the 5 forces model is that it essentially provides an entity with a list of factors that can be beneficial or disadvantageous. This tool only serves as a starting point for a deeper examination of organizational results, similar to other analytical models such as the SWOT analysis model. Next is the lack of quantitative dimensions. Take note that quantitative analysis can be integrated into the model. However, it does not have a built-in mechanism on how to do so. In addition, it does not have any guideline for ranking factors or so-called external factors in terms of importance. The fourth one is unsuitable for complex firms. Another notable limitation of the five forces model is that it is almost impossible to apply generally to organizations with a large portfolio of products or those operating in multiple industries and markets. The framework is more suitable for a firm operating in a single industry or market or to a subsidiary and a specific line of business. Last but not least is inapplicable non-profit organizations. Note that the framework is also only applicable for profit-oriented organizations. Unlike SWOT analysis or the VRIO framework, a five forces analysis cannot be applied to non-profit organizations because of the simplest fact that the framework centers on identifying competitors and rivalries in the market, threats from product substitutes, as well as threats or risks from suppliers and consumers. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the criticisms of Porter's Diamond Framework. The first one is Porter developed the model by looking at 10 developed countries. The model thus only really applies to developed economies. The second one is it does not assess the abilities to succeed in the country. The four characteristics may be strong, but the company may still fail by not taking full advantage of the opportunities that are available. The last one is other factors may influence success. There may be events that could not have been predicted, such as new technological developments or government interventions.
As a conclusion, it can be said that Michael Porter has made a prominent and pivotal contribution to the field of strategic management with the aid of analytical and rigorous theories. He has not only established a philosophical structure but has also made these theories open and useful to the practicing managers. By designing different models relating to competition at the micro and macro level, Michael Porter has made a major contribution in the area of strategic management and has developed different techniques to tackle these competitions. These major contributions, as discussed before, includes the model of five forces and diamond framework. The models, which were developed by Michael E. Porter, have drastically changed the thought process of not only businessmen, but also made significant changes in the mindset of researchers, academicians, students, and others. Throughout the world, these models are used to grasp the level of competition and to face competition. Finally, we may claim that the achievements made by Porter in the field of strategic management are incomparable and should be embraced by business around the world in order to build and retain a competitive advantage.